What's up, what's up, what's up? Randy Van Patten here in the drum vault. Check it out real quick. I wanted to do a quick little Vanz snippet here for you. I had a student tonight that was like, he's a beginner. He's been with me like less than a year, with another teacher prior to me. But he's been with me for less than a year, working on hand technique, paradiddles, doubles, going through a book, really building his skill sets as a beginner drummer. And just recently, we moved him over to the drum kit. Maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So he has weekly lessons. You know, the kid's doing great. He's doing awesome. So we get him on the kit to start building those techniques. And really basic beats, you know, basic 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, quarter notes on the hi-hat, 1 on the bass drum, 3 on the bass drum, 2 and 4 on the snare. Really basic stuff. He's getting the hang of that. No problem. You know, we got it. We're counting out loud. We're taking it easy. So then we work on the next beat or two, and we're slowly going, you know, building up each week. I don't know, trying a little bit something, you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, the easy stuff, really easy. But you know how that is when you're first beginning. And if you're a beginner watching this, you might be going through this right now, where your right hand, if you're trying to play quarter notes on the hi-hat or ride, wants to play with your bass drums playing 1 and 2, 3. So the point of this lesson, this conversation here, is I walked out of this, you know, I walked out of my lesson today, a half-hour lesson, feeling so almost like frustrated that I don't want him to go home and say, Mom, Dad, this is too hard. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to give up. And I'm like, I'm telling him, like, you got to just take your time. You have to take your time, and just, this is not easy. You're trying to all of a sudden go from playing a drum pad and working on your hand technique and watching your hands and building your muscles up to sitting on a drumming, your brain saying, do this, and your right foot do this. Not even thinking your left foot yet. But, you know, building that muscle memory is not easy. It's not easy for anyone. So if you're a beginner going through this, or you're an intermediate and you're still having trouble with certain things, hey, it's not an easy thing. Drummers, you got to give it to us. It's crazy stuff. So my point is, though, I don't want him to go home and not want to keep doing this. I don't want him to give up. So I want you guys to understand what I explained to him. Take your time. I don't care if you have to play that beat so stinking slow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1. You know what got him, I think, is when he was playing. If he was playing quarter notes on the actual hi-hat or ride, is when he was playing the bass drum in between. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So the and where the bass drum was going, it was getting stumped on it. So to me, I'm like telling him, I'm like, you know, I don't care if you play it as, it doesn't matter how fast you play it. Slow, 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 slow. And that's for you. Take your time. Count it out loud. If you're reading the music, count it out loud. Play along with it as you're playing with. I'm sorry. Read along as you're playing. That's going to help you. Take your time. Whatever you do, if you have a drum teacher and your drum teacher's trying to move you one beat each week or advance you too far along and you're not getting it, then tell him, I'm not getting it. I need to step back. Hey, here's a future drummer coming in the door right now. So, hold on one second, bud. So, my point is that don't give up. Don't let the thing just, you know, drive you crazy and not want to practice. The last thing I want to do is have him go home and not be excited about drumming. Not want to play his drums. So, anyway, so my point of the lesson here is just a conversation real quick to say, hey, practice, take your time, count out loud, don't get frustrated. I felt so almost worthless when he left here. I'm like, I just don't want him to go home. And I saw his mom outside, and I said, just don't let him get frustrated. We're going to take a step back and try to reel him back in with the basics. And anyway, so... Anyway, whole point of this lesson, I'm trying not to be Mr. Motivational guy here, but I just feel like for the beginners out there, just take your time with it, count it out loud, and don't go too fast. Just, you know, don't be in a rush to learn all the crazy stuff. All right, so it'll all come with you. That independence will all come. So thank you very much. Rock and roll. Randy Van Patten here, and my assistant, Mr. Josh Van Patten. Later.